All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Coming to you live from Southern California, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. And getting the start for the Angels, Jack Flaherty. What do you look for here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Here is Aaron Judge. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Ow!
Well, this is a real momentum killer after the leadoff single. Tried to steal second base on the first pitch. Defense was all over it. Nicely done from behind the plate with the catch and throw. Then a quick tag before he reaches the base.
Strawberry steps in, facing a Cy Young candidate here, Singy.
Yeah, time to go Jessica Mendoza right now. Tighten up those batting gloves. Dig in for battle.
Freed was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. This one in the air center field. Varsho has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting third, not shortstop.
So a man at first. Edmundo Sosa stepping in now for the Yankees. Runner on the go. Pitches low. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm she has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this catcher. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing her, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully move that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at first, one away.
Sunshine. Strawberry.
Strawberry, the former Rookie of the Year, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and she's one of the few two-time MVPs in the league. That's to third, ripped, and he can't glove it. It's by him. Around second, on his way to third. Mitchell coming home. And now they trail by one. She'll pull into third with an RBI triple.
Well, back within one as she brings home the run. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Digging in, Zach Neto.
This is when your ability to handle pressure comes into play. You have to stay calm and focused in the box. It's much easier said than done, especially when you're playing in the postseason.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Edmundo Sosa stepping in now for the Yankees. And it's second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes the runner. The relay to the plate. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 4-4.
It hurts to give up a run here. It's worse that they didn't even get an out from the play. Pretty frustrating for sure.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
Ripped to third. Over to Torres. And that is that. Angels lead 1. Score remains tied at 4. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Sunshine Strawberry, the next to hit for the Angels. She has turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. And that's hammered into right field, and that's a base hit. Judge hustles it back in. Runner holds it second, but they've got something going on here.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, she really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Two on, 1 out, and the tying run is on base.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Christian Moore.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
So the tying run at second, and a ground ball to first. There's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
I promise you, there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
So in now for the Angels, Gavin Sheets. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Two on, 2 outs. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Two. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That is the inning.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And now it's William Contreras.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
0-1. Squirts away a little bit. To second. In there. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
1 out, the runner at second here in game 1 of the ALDS. On a line, base hit. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. The relay throw. And he's out.
I don't think he got a great read and or jump as he was trying to score from second on that one. Nice execution by the defense. Come up throwing, hit the relay man, and then onto the plate. Beautiful example of a well-executed play.
locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth.
33. Sunshine. Strawberry.
In the air to left center. Bellinger under this one. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take game one on the road. Strawberry had a good day at the office, even in defeat.
Oh, Boog, she definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, she can hold her head high.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
6-5 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Now from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound in this one, Grayson Rodriguez. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
So 2 down, and now it's Dalton Varsho. Bunted for a hit. Sends it over to Sheets. That ends the frame of the bunt attempt. Now the Angels will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. 1 down. Sunshine Strawberry, the next to hit for the Angels. This is another player capable of hitting tape measure home runs. And it's fouled away. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. The 0-2. Drilled in the air out towards right center. 2 down.
Batting third, the third baseman. Up 10 for the Angels. The catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
And first offering is fouled off. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. On the ground to first, and it stays fair.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Strawberry leads off first with 1 away. Runner takes off in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and she steals second base without a throw. Here's a 2-2. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
So a runner at third, 2 men out. Matt Wallner digs in now. The 0-1. Swing, and he popped it up. Torres has a beat on it, and that's the 3rd out. Angels leave 1. They trail it here 4-0. Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now the shortstop, Edmundo Sosa. He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
We're in the second game of this division series. So in now for the Angels, Sunshine Strawberry. And that one hammered, going back. Boom goes the dynamite. She'll take a trot around the bases. And they cut into the deficit.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for her in a big way.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. The 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 up, 1 down. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Sunshine Strawberry. She's already homered in this game. That one to first, and it goes just foul.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom. Another homer. Her second home run of the game, and they've rallied from 5 back. It's 7-6.
It would have been easy for them to count themselves out, but they didn't, and now they're being rewarded for it. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what she did.
One out man at first. So up next for New York, Cody Bellinger.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Runner on the move. Pitch outside. Throw down to second. They're in plenty of time. He's caught stealing.
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference between being safe and out.
First and second, one out. Sunshine Strawberry. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate.
Coming off an absolute bomb in her last at bat.
Down the line, and it's foul.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
The 0-1. And that's outside.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
2 on, 1 out. And it is 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
What a stop. There's one. Ow! The double play ends the inning and might have saved the game for them. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. 8th inning coming up. It's the Angels 7 and the Yankees 6. This is the American League Division Series on the show. Two outs, runner on first. So up next for New York, Spencer Jones. In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. With a single base runner, because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Swing and a pop-up. Neto settles underneath it. And that's the 3rd out. The Yanks lead 1. Down a run and a tight one. It's 7-6. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Cody Bellinger will hit next. Known for his late inning heroics. And that one fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Man on second, 2 down.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. They limit the damage here. So a 9th inning comeback here, and this game has been flipped on its head. And we are tied 7-7. Strawberry stepping in, bottom of the ninth, winning run to the plate, has a shot to end it right here.
Yeah, Boog, and these are the moments hitters dream about. Time to make something happen. Get your name written into the history books.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Clearly didn't want to mess with her right there, so I think it makes sense to play the numbers game in this spot.
First and second, 2 outs. Here's Ryan McMahon now. Estrada trying to send this to extra innings. Base hit. Gliding around third is India. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Angels walk it off in game 2.
Well, in the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances, these people have gone crazy. What a nice win, but you got to turn the page quickly to come back for the next game.
And a final 8-7. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the New York Yankees. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first 2, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on to come through with a quality performance, hoping to save some of that bullpen for really critical games coming up. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Cam Schlittler. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Sunshine Strawberry in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard now with one away.
Hey, that ball was hard. Good job.
Batting
Split it
third,
up.
the third baseman,
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one.
Runner.
Here goes the runner. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, and she steals second base without a throw.
Pretty impressive from the 3-hole hitter. Picks up the single, then swipes second to get into scoring position. Now, that's not going to show up on the slugging percentage very much, but it works the same way for the team. Let's see if they can drive her in now.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Matt Wallner, the next to hit for the Angels. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. That's the inning. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Strawberry digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines. The last thing she wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
On the ground. Slides for the stop. The feed for 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Two on, 2 outs. Runner on the go. In the dirt. And there's no throw. She's in there at second with a stolen base. Fires to third, but he's back. Got him looking for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Angels strand a couple. They trail here 1-0. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first.
Strawberry.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Now a relay to third. Save. And the go-ahead runs at third.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Ryan McMahon will hit next.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Runner on the move. Squirts away a little bit. Blocked by the catcher, and she steals second base without a throw. And now she's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. In the air, left field. Bellinger makes the grab.
Up next for the Angels, the left fielder, Matt Wallner.
And next for L.A., Matt Wallner. Game tied, series tied. This could be a turning point in this series if he can deliver.
Indeed. If he comes through with a hit here, it's going to change the entire approach that they can take against their opponent.
And that'll load the bases.
Gosh, another walk in this one. Man, he is having some real issues with control.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Ball four, and a run comes in to score.
They obviously were in a pretty great spot to take the lead right there with the bases loaded, and I'll say that was a good, patient at bat to draw the walk, and you know what? Still counts as an RBI.
All loaded up. Josh Smith, the next to hit for the Angels. That one is absolutely belted. One hopper off the wall should bring in two. In comes the run from second. Now a relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Last half of the fifth coming up. Angels 4 and the Yankees 1. This is the American League Division Series on the show. So 2 down. Aaron Judge stepping in now for the Yankees.
Aaron Judge.
Bunting for a hit. Sends it over to Sheets. Judge out on the play. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. Angels 4 and the Yankees 1. Third game of the division series. So in now for the Angels, Sunshine Strawberry. And that one pulled foul.
You know, these Angels showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. You have to be impressed with how they're going about things at the plate. They're drawing 1 walk per inning right now. I drew 1 walk per month during my career.
He steps on the bag. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but she wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. The 2-1. Drops one down in front of the plate. Gets it to first. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out.
Perhaps he rushed just a little bit, didn't set the angle as the infield was back right there, and that's pretty much a gimme for a bunt base hit. Just didn't quite put it where he wanted to right there.
Out towards right center field. Judge takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next for the Angels, the third baseman.
Man at first, and up next for New York, Cody Bellinger. The Yankees looking to rally. Now the 0-1. In the dirt. Throws to second, and he's got no chance. He's out.
Kind of a tough read for the base runner right there. You're usually trying to be aggressive on balls in the dirt, trying to get into scoring position. But if it doesn't get away very far, or you can't tell how far it is, most catchers are going to get to it and throw you out at the base. And right there, excellent job by the catcher. She helps out her pitcher big time.
One now. Swing and a ball popped up. Smith. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, Labor.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Live from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the New York Yankees. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
In the air to left center, Varsho has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Zach Neto.
First and second here, no outs.
The catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
Line drive. That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. On the third, save as a run scores on the play, and that ties the game.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, she's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but her resume speaks for itself. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Zach Neto. The 1-1. Swing, and he popped it up. Torres settles underneath it. Brings it in. Runner tags for home.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Christian Moore.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Christian Moore, the next to hit for the Angels.
You have to be able to get runners in when they're in scoring position, especially in the postseason. These situations can define a season.
2 on, 1 out. Left field. 2 down.
Up next for the Angels, the first baseman.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
On the ground. Throws to first in time. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. All tied 1-1.
Up next for the Angels, the catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
Hit on the ground to short. To second. Pulls him off the bag.
Well, every double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
Zach Neto now at the plate. The 0-2. In there, sets him down on strikes. And that is a big first out.
Well, nice job right there. He struck him out twice. The pitch before looked like it was strike 3. Doesn't get the call. Bears down. Throws another quality pitch for the strikeout.
First and second, 1 out. Christian Moore, the next to hit.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Called out on strikes. Strikeout number 8.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Gavin Sheets, the next to hit for the Angels. 2 on, 2 outs. Ripped to short. They get the force, and that is that. 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. Yankees 3 and the Angels 2. This is the American League Division Series. So up next, Sunshine Strawberry. She has turned into one of the best catchers in the National League. High in the air, out to right. And that is that. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 3 and the Angels 2. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. One out, man at first. Bellinger up to hit.
The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Tag, and they got him.
Man, I see him trying to be aggressive right there late in this ball game. Try to add on to that lead. You know, I really like the thought, but it just didn't work out that time. Nice job by the defense right there to keep things right where they are in terms of the score.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Garrett Mitchell, the next to hit for the Angels. Smith is just 1 strike away. Bounce to the right side. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
This team played extremely well to force this series into a Game 5. It's just like a Game 7. You win or go home. That Game 5 should be a lot of fun to watch.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
A 3-2 final score in this one. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Live from Gene Autry Way, welcome to Angels Stadium. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Angels. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Yeah, Boog, the only negative here today is that the series is going to come to an end. As fun as it's been, I wish it could go on a few more games. And the way these teams have battled each other and with some of the amazing moments we've seen in getting to this point, I think we're in for a great one here in Game 5.
Hard to imagine it won't be a classic, Siggy. I'm ready to see what surprises are waiting for us. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab here, Jack Flaherty. What do we need to know here?
Yeah, but last time out, got into the 4th inning. The key to his success today, he's got to throw first pitch strikes, get ahead in the count. I think that'll get him into position to qualify for a win.
Strawberry stepping in now, facing a Cy Young candidate is like trying to hit a marble with a wiffle ball bat. Ever tried that, Singy?
I have, Boog. It helps tremendously with the hand-eye coordination.
In the air to left center. Brings it in. 2 away.
Batting third, not shortstop.
And here is Sosa to the plate.
Edmundo.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
Swing and he popped it up. Out. Number 2. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Strawberry digs in. 2 quick outs, but this lineup's too good to just go quietly.
Yeah, no one wants to make the last out in an inning, Boog, and let's see if she can start a momentum swing here.
Missing inside, and it's 1-0.
She's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. She's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, great job right there. You squared up on that
The
side.
batter, number 10, shortstop.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. Singing Game 5 an elimination spot, and the spotlight is focused on this guy.
Everybody looks to the star players in big games like.
Runner on the go. This one in the air. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Angels leave 1. Score holds. It's 3-1. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Brendan Donovan stepping in now for the Yankees. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning.
Well, trying to get in the scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
One out. Runners at first and second.
The catcher, number 33.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward. These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. In comes the run from second to third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch she could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Zach Neto digs in now. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Tap back up the middle. On to first. Out number 2 and another run comes in. So now the Angel cleanup hitter, Christian Moore.
Second baseman, Christian Moore.
Runner at second. Hard on the ground to first. Jones takes it to the bag. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So in the end, 10 come to the plate. 6 of them come around to score. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Angels 7 and the Yankees 3. This is the American League Division Series on the show. First and second, 2 outs. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. Now a 3-run game, 7-4.
Edmundo Sosa.
Strawberry steps in, 2 down, nothing cooking so far, but one swing can get something sizzling.
She knows it too, Boog. That body language says, yes, chef.
And that one hammered way back there. Boom goes the dynamite. She'll circle the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 8-6. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
The catcher, number 33, Sunshine Strawberry.
Down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 5. In the air, left field. And it drops in. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Nice. I see you working.
And her hot hitting continues.
They kept her in the yard that time, but all she's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this player.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Zach Neto. 0-2 now. Runner takes off, bounce to the right. Bounces into the outfield. That's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Goes to third, in there. And now they've got runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Two on, 2 outs. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. The 2-1. Swing and a ground ball. Torres fires over to first. That ends the frame. Angels strand a couple. They lead at 8-6. Last chance coming up here for the Yankees. Here comes Gleyber Torres.
The second baseman, Gleyber.
The Yankees looking to rally. The tying run at the plate. In the dirt, blocked. No advance. Good job behind the dish. This one popped up. Neto. And there's one down.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit. And the
2 outs. Runner on first. So up next for New York, Edmundo Sosa. Here comes the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. And the Angels are moving on. They're off to the American League Championship Series.
Well, a really solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations. Get ready for the ALCS.
you